Loretta Alvarado for The Shy Artist, and I'm here today with Robert Ferguson, who's this wonderful painter, and I'm going to ask him some really tough questions today. So, Robert, what do you do when a customer first walks into your booth? What do you say to them?
Well, when they first walk into my booth, what I do is I look at how they're looking at my work.
Okay.
That's the first thing I do. And if I feel they're engaging in my work, then I try to start, I ask them a question that they can answer.
Okay, what sort of question do you ask them?
And I will ask them if they're familiar with the scene that I've painted, if they have been to that area.
Place.
Yeah. And or I will ask them if they're a collector of art.
All right.
I'll ask them, because my style is early California Impressionism, I'll ask them if they're familiar with my style.
Okay.
And if they're not, then I get to explain it to them.
What sort of explaining do you do? What do you tell them about your work to get them involved with it?
Well, it depends on the person.
Okay.
And how serious they are as far as being a collector.
Okay.
If I feel they're very light, they're interested in my work, then I stay very light with my questions.
How do you tell how serious a collector they are?
Oh, and by the way they answer my question.
Okay.
If they're familiar with early California Impressionism, that means that they've probably been to the museums.
Okay, so if they've been to a museum, then they're familiar with your style, and then what does that mean to you?
And that means that I can talk to them about where I was when I painted the scene.
Okay.
I could tell them that I write on the backs of my paintings. I could tell them that I have an auction record, because if they're serious collectors and they're familiar with auction records. And I can tell them about maybe how many paintings I've sold. I can tell them a little bit about my personal history.
So you're
as
adding
an artist.
value to your work that way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I tell them things that will intrigue them and make them a little more interested in my work too.
Okay.
Especially with the stories on the backs of the paintings, they do like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So then what do you do with the people that aren't familiar with your style or with early American style?
I go into an educational mode. I educate them by explaining to them what early California Impressionism is.
Okay.
And I will tell them that if they want to see, I'll name a couple of names, not too many, because they usually will get intimidated by that.
Yeah.
I'll just stay very light with it and try to hone in on what the personal aspect that they have in common with my painting, and that would be, for example, the painting behind you. Have they been to that location? What happened to them in that location? What did they experience in that location? Now, the scene behind you, that's La Jolla Bay, and I know a lot of people went to school there, very close to there, and they would walk down the path in that painting to the ocean. So I can go in that direction.
So you're making it personal for them.
Yeah, I'm staying away from the technical stuff.